Okay, so I'm going to flip the camera around real quick, just for a second here. The GPS put me on this. This is an old railroad track that they've turned into a trail here in Forest City. I just got on it. I don't know what the name of it is. If I find a sign, I'll let you know. But yeah, this is an old railroad track that they've turned into a trail here through Forest City. The GPS didn't give me a name. It just put me on here. Kind of coincidence. That's cool. So I'm going to walk it for a little bit. But I just wanted to give you a quick look at it before you had to look at this. Woo! Okay, so here we go. Molly just found some ants she's not happy about. It's a little bumpy, but only for the cart. I mean, it feels like flat ground to me. Molly seems to enjoy it. She's sniffing everything in the world. But this is cool. I'd seen some of these online. These railroad trails. It's not very scenic. You know, there's houses over there and a road and buildings over there, but it's still cool that they, they found a use for it instead of just tearing it up and throwing it all away and putting do not trespass signs on it. Instead, they turn it into a little nature trail. It's pretty cool. Got all these trees giving me shade. In fact, I think the GPS just said turn left on rail trail. Good morning. I'm in Forest City, North Carolina. I'm headed toward Green Hill, North Carolina. Hopefully I'll find a place to camp or sleep there. Hotels are starting to get a little expensive, so it looks like I'm just going to have to camp for a while. Trying to save every dime I can so we can get Cody out here. Cody and the boys out here this summer. Not here, but to wherever I'm at. Funds are running a little low as far as that's concerned, but we'll see. One foot in front of the other, that's right. Alright, so I'm going to repeat myself a couple times because people keep coming on and then leaving and coming on. But I'm on a old railroad train track that they've turned into a trail. So basically all they did was they filled in between the tracks with gravel. And just kind of let the grass grow up through it. It's really neat. It's better than walking over there on the road. Nice and flat, you know, of course it needs to be, or it needed to be when the train came through here. Hi, Mama. Switched. What does that mean? Oh, I see. I got you. So, Maria, I called the Facebook guy, Kevin. No answer. I messaged him several times. and I can see that he's received them and read them, but he hasn't answered me back. I asked him some really specific questions about different things that they may be able to do for me as far as Facebook goes. I guess he's just trying to see what they can do, if anything, before he answers me. I have no idea how busy the man is. Hey Brandon, what's going on, man? Cool to see you on there. Okay, cool. I didn't even know that this was here. My GPS just decided to put me on it. I'm not going to be able to like read every comment, so I'm sorry about that. You guys feel free to have a conversation amongst yourselves. My mama's on there, and my Aunt Marie's on there. They'll answer questions for you if you have any questions about where I'm at or what I'm doing. Basically, I'm walking across America for veteran suicide and PTSD awareness. I got to do another newspaper interview yesterday and got the physical copy. She did almost an entire page of the paper on me. She was the editor herself. It was the Daily Courier here in Forest City. But yeah, that entire page, all of this is me. So that's pretty cool. And that's a shout out to Tommy and Paula. They I guess knew the editor from church, and she wanted to come out herself and do the story, so that's really neat. Tommy and Paula were the ones that had the Sunday lunch that they were so gracious enough to invite me to, and give me a shower and wash some laundry. That was awesome. The next town I'm headed to is Green Hill. I'm in Rutherfordton right now, or I don't know if I'm in Rutherfordton yet, but I'm almost there. It was only a couple miles from the hotel, and then after that, about 12 miles from my hotel is Green Hill, and Dad has to work today, but he's called a church or two in Green Hill and between here and there to see if he could find me someplace to sleep, but nobody's called back yet. But I'm confident we'll find somewhere good to sleep. And I know the video's bumpy, I'm sorry about that, but it's better than walking on the side of the road. Got a little bit of a late start today because it just felt so good to sleep on a nice king-size bed. And I had all the lights off, and my alarm, my phone, I turned my phone off last night because I was getting so many happy birthday bings for Molly, because yesterday was Molly's birthday. And so I turned my phone off so I could go to bed. My wife just texted me and said that Brandon is looking for me. I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly where I'm at. I'm on that railroad trail on, what's the name of this road? Maryland Street. If that helps. Oh, okay, I got what you're saying. All right, never mind. He's looking for me a place to sleep. Cool. It's a pretty little town. It's very postcard-esque. Okay, there's a sign that says Rails to Trails, kept clean by the Boy Scouts. So it still didn't show a name for the trail, but I don't know what this person's doing, but I'm going. Quite a few churches. Literally a church next door to a church next door to a church. Town doesn't seem big enough to have so many churches, but I guess people come from all around. Oh, that might be why my phone's not charging, because I don't have it plugged in. There we go. Okay, I can see where the train track trail turns to asphalt, so that's cool. It'll be smoother, like a long sidewalk. My feet are doing really well. I've got a man stopped me a couple, I want to say about 4 or 5 days ago, and gave me a water bottle that was full of goodies, and it was part of his son's Sunday school mission to do something for the community. And he had made up a bunch of these water bottles full of goodies, had some Band-Aids in it and some lotion and some crackers and just a little goodie bag sort of thing. And gave me that bottle, and the lotion was Gold Bond medicated lotion. So yesterday, or when I first got to the hotel, I used that on my feet, and it tingled a little. It burned in some of the sensitive spots, but then when I woke up yesterday, those spots they just felt like they're completely healed up. They're real nice and smooth. The blisters had shrunk up, so I used it again last night before I went to bed, and this morning I woke up, my feet feel like 100%. So I kept the lotion. This must be historic downtown. It's really neat. They got little cafes along here, across the street that way. Ow. And it's just neat. It looks like a little downtown, every town, USA, but it's neat. Sign I just passed says that this trail lasts 7 miles. So that'll be a nice little relief. Come on, Molly. Something smells good. Tarp Room, Barley's Pizzeria. I already ate breakfast though. And Fat Tracy's Smokehouse. And then barbecue, always pulled, never chopped. And then CC's Dogs and More. I don't know if that's veterinarian or hot dogs, but it smells like hot dogs. I don't know where I'm staying tonight. That's the issue. Green Hill is my next town that I'm headed to. I think this rail trail is going to take me almost all the way there, which is kind of neat. If I stay on it the whole time. It's supposed to be 7 miles. But there's a few churches we're waiting to hear back from. We've left messages. They just haven't called back. It's a nice breezy day. Not a cloud in the sky. It's a gorgeous day. I'd say it's about 75 degrees right now. Awesome day for walking. Brick is a major theme in this town. There's a lot of brick buildings. Like all of them are brick buildings. Okay, yeah, this must be Rutherford because there's a big store called Rutherford. That means I've already walked 4 miles. That's pretty neat. Pretty cool. So there's a brick building coming up on my right. You'll see it here in a second. Not this little one that's showing up over my shoulder. And my right's going to be the right side of the screen because it's flipped. But anyway, on the side it's painted restaurant. And I don't know when it was a restaurant, but it looks like it was a train depot at some point. It's really neat. I'm going to take some pictures, or I would take some pictures of it, but I'm live right now, so I can't. But it's I'm going to turn the phone. Up there on the top, I don't know if you can read it right there. It says public invited, and then on the end of the building that way it said restaurant, but it's just a big abandoned train depot. There's something about, I mean, I know I take a lot of pictures of old torn down and dilapidated homes and stuff, but there's something about old buildings that I really like. They have a really cool beauty to them that I appreciate. You know, they represent an era of history that's just not here anymore. You know, they're not used anymore. But, you know, you see that building, you know that building was used for 50, 60, 70 years, maybe more, before it finally got to the shape that it's in. You can almost imagine like a time lapse of all the activity that ever happened in that building. You know, just a blur of activity. Who knows what all they did in there or what's happened. Man, there's some good smelling food around here. The trail's kind of veering off away from the road a little bit now. Just a little. I got trees on both sides coming up here in front of me. I think I'll spin the camera around for a little bit, y'all, if you don't mind, just to get some footage of forward-facing movement for some of my videos that I'll put together later. I'll still talk at you. But this will kind of give you an idea, like you're walking with me a little bit too. I have to weave back and forth so the flag misses some of these branches. I think today's probably one of my favorite days so far, just because of this whole trail system here. And this is exactly why I did not plan my entire route, so that I can be pleasantly surprised by things like this. It's part of the adventure. In fact, going down here on the sides, there's dirt trails that go off into the woods and then come back up. They look like they've been ridden heavily by dirt bikes, like bicycles. But yeah, it's the adventure. It's the discovery. You know, I didn't want to plan my exact route because I know what was there. I knew what was coming. When I came around that corner back there, and it said, and my GPS said, turn left on the rail trail. You know, I was giddy almost. It was like, oh, this is so cool. And it's going to be these trails, these little things, these little surprises that are what make the whole trip worth it. You know, there's going to be days and days and days of just walking on the side of the road, nervous about cars passing, and then there's going to be these little spots of pure joy walking through these really cool trails like this. I know I sound corny, but it's how I feel. So I'm cornball. Molly, are you thirsty? You want to drink a Wawoo? Get some Wawoo. There you go. You can have some water. She's a good girl. I hope the signal's good enough for y'all to see how pretty it really is through here. On my right side now is nothing but forest. And then there's some kind of grain silos or something that you can see right there. Heck, if I can't find a place to sleep tonight, I'll probably just sleep on this trail if it goes far enough. Oh, cool, Brandon. Brandon says, "You got you someplace to stay in Green Hill." That's awesome. That's awesome. I guess I'll give you a call, or you can text me an address or something when I get there, when I get to Green Hill. Man, this is cool. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate your father for his service as well. You make sure you let him know that. Man, that smells good out here. It's like everybody in the world's cooking something that just smells good. Yelton Milling Company. What does Yelton Milling Company mill? Does anybody know? I don't want to get off this trail. I wish I had something like this all the way across. That'd be so cool. Flour? Okay. Makes sense. All the wheat fields I've crossed in my journey. Flip this back around. Come on, I'm pushing the button. There we go. What the heck? I am experiencing technical difficulties. There, that's a good angle. You can see me and the trail. So, when I first started, come on, Molly Ollie, she's a good girl. My initial plan was to take a selfie every mile or so, which just became too much of a problem, too much hassle. And the reason I was going to do that was so I could do like a time lapse at the end of the day. Hi, how you doing? Thank you, thank you. Well, she's my PTSD emotional support animal. She keeps me from getting in fights. You have a great day. But I didn't want to do I'm still going to do the time lapse thing. I'm just going to pull pictures I'm going to pull stills out of my videos. Plus, I take a selfie every morning too. Yeah, so like I would always say, the biggest help that all of you could do for me, aside from donations, is to share the page. And share the page, share these videos. That'll get me recognition. It'll get more people donating. It'll get my message out to more veterans that are down and out. This is cool because I can tell there's a whole town over there, like a city life going on. I can see billboards and like McDonald's signs and stuff, but back walking through here is like, it feels more secluded, like I'm back in nature. It's pretty neat. A fellow walker. Come here, Molly. Let the man pass. How you doing? You have you a good day. Oh, she's harmless. I don't know how I would feel if I was these people though. A house right here with a trail going right in front of their house. But I guess they didn't have any say in the matter. I'd probably put up a privacy fence if it were mine, but looks like it says Joshua Carter and 4 others have shared my video. Thank you very much. Looks like I have to get off the trail. I gotta check my GPS real quick.
Turn right onto Railroad Avenue.
If I lose you, I'm sorry. I gotta check my GPS real quick. Alright, I'm back. I'm sorry if I lost a bunch of y'all. Apparently the name of this this trail is the Thermal Belt Rail Trail. And it wants me to turn left and go through a neighborhood. But I'm not gonna. It says it takes me 3 minutes longer to stay on it for another half mile. I don't care. I'd rather stay on this for another half mile and cut through that neighborhood. I got people honking at me. Down to 3 people. Dang. That's what I get for checking my GPS. Everybody thinks I log off. Jerry's used tires. I wonder if they have used stroller tires. So my wife had a pretty good idea. She said I've been having so much trouble with people not knowing the ADA laws regarding Molly that I should just have my phone on and go live every time I go into someplace. And then if they give me problems, I can save that video. If they don't give me problems, then I can just delete it. So I like that idea. So I might do it. Yeah, so I'm sorry if I check my GPS and the screen goes blank for a while and it kicks you off. I apologize. If it doesn't kick you off, just try to be a little bit patient, and I might come back if all I'm doing is checking my GPS. Electrical outlet sticking out of the ground next to each one of these trees. I guess that's for Christmas lights. What are you doing, Molly Ollie? Did you smell something? Molly had a tiny cut on her foot last night. It was real small. I think she stepped on a piece of glass or something. I checked it out, and she didn't wince or anything whenever I messed with it. And it wasn't bleeding. So I'm getting her to stay on the grass. Basically letting her walk how she wants to walk. She's not limping or anything like that. And what I did was I put a little piece of bandage over her toe. and then a couple drops of super glue on either side to kind of hold it on there. And she seems to be doing fine. I'll check it again when we stop for lunch. But like I said, she's not limping or anything. All right, guys. I got to get off of here for a while. I love everybody. Thank you all so much for helping me out so much and sharing all the videos and everything. Everybody, make sure you call your veterans, make them laugh. Have a great day. Tell veterans how much you appreciate their existence, all that stuff. I love you. Deuces.